you have to accept them as they are, which is dead. So it has to be a kind of, it's something a little bit similar to unconditional love, you know.
Yeah.
You have to just be with them and be respectful. And I do feel we're surrounded by the dead. Our personal dead and many strangers. I think it probably is possible to call them, but I'm not exactly sure how. I don't think if you call them that means they'll necessarily respond. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think it's more their decision, not ours. Well, when you exhibited in New York, it's quite interesting because, you know, there's a big Jewish community there, but they were, on the whole, they had this idea that there was no relationship between the Holocaust and then what was happening specifically with gay people in this era of AIDS. They were, you know, adamant that there was no relationship. But in fact, the relationship is quite clear, I think. In both cases, there was a small community within a bigger community. The damage was all happening to the small community, and it was happening on an ongoing basis. So, like at any given moment, for me, I knew I was going to a memorial for someone, I was visiting somebody in the hospital, somebody else had died the day before, it was the anniversary for somebody who had died. All these different points in the death process were all happening simultaneously. And with the camps, that was also the case, of course. People were disappeared, people died, anniversaries of people disappearing, all these things. And when you think about the history of the world, or at least in the last 100 years, it's hard to think of a time when that situation arises. I think the only other time is with the boat people in Cambodia. It's also a similar situation.